coaches feeling like with, well, anything can happen in this tournament?
You know, just conference tournaments are that way, Terry. I mean,
They're what? I'm sorry.
they're that way. I mean,
Yeah.
they just are. I mean, and you know, you sometimes, I know you guys think, man, that's coach speak or whatever, but it's reality. I mean, every team is 0-0 coming into this, and it's not the NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
It's not a best of 7, best of 5, even best of 3. It's not. Whoever plays the best that night, you know, wins. I remember in 2010, Terry, it was in Ohio, we were playing Georgetown, and we won the game, and the game was over, and a guy from the Washington Post said, Coach, you guys made, and I can't remember the number, I think it was like 16 or 17 threes. If you played them again tomorrow, could you do that again? I said, well, I don't know, but we did it today.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's just kind of the point I'm making, like, you know, it's a one-game deal. It's who plays best that day is going to, you know, advance. I was just proud, win or lose, of their resiliency, their toughness, the way that they prepared. And obviously, I think they had a little chip on their shoulder coming into the week and the preparation and all that. But, you know, and we knew, obviously, Miami had beaten us the first time we played in Oxford. And as those guys said, Marambo's a tough cover. He's done a really good job with a lot of young guys. They're playing probably a little bit more freshmen than most. And so the future's bright for them. And, you know, other than when we play them, I traditionally root for them.
Yeah.
John, what's the key to sustaining this success? Because unlike the regular season, you have another game coming up tomorrow and possibly again on Saturday, depending on how.
Well, the one tomorrow, right? That's what we're focused on, and that's what those guys were telling the younger guys in there. Saturday's irrelevant, at least right now. It's tomorrow's game. We got to get ready for tomorrow's game. We got recovery sessions starting tonight, massage therapy, cryotherapy. Strength coaches and trainers will be running all that. You know, that's what we usually do. We'll start our mental prep with them. You know, either tonight we'll see kind of what I want to do with that, or we'll have a couple sessions tomorrow.
How were you?
Get ready to go.
I'm sorry. How were you feeling when you're down? I think it's by 9, like 5 minutes into the game or whatever.
Just coach the possession that's in front of you.
Yeah.
You know, I think you learn that as you get older. You know, the two things I think you try to challenge yourself with as a coach is, I call it myself, and I'll say it to myself sometimes, see all 10. You know, because what do people have a tendency to do that watch the game?
Yeah.
They watch the ball.
Right. You want to see the.
They want to see the ball. So you have to train yourself to do that. I think as I've gotten older, I don't know if I did that as well when I was younger, but I try to do that and then try to, like, hey, that play's over, and it's less something that I need to, you know, have a polite discussion with the official about. I try to get to the next play, you know, as best as we can, and think about what needs to take place next. How can we help them next? I think, you know, those things are important. That's really what I was trying to focus on, to be honest with you, even during that run. And give them credit. They got off to a fantastic start. I mean, it didn't seem like they missed there for a while.
Yeah.
John, I know it's not the first time it's happened. And, you know, Mike did a story there earlier in the season, but for it to be the tournament, what layer did it add for you and your brother to coach against each other?
Well, to be honest with you, I tried the best I could, and we approached it that way. I told him I didn't want any mention of that leading into it. I have great respect for him as a person, coach. I think what he's done there speaks for itself. I think they've made unbelievable progress. He's doing it with a lot of newcomers and a lot of young guys, and the future is very bright there for sure. And like I said, I mean, traditionally, I mean, I'm rooting for them, obviously, unless we're playing against them. But it was in the cards that we happened to draw each other, just the way it is, you know. So you have to focus on what Terry just asked. Coach your team. You know, it doesn't matter if Nate's down there or Travis is down there. You got to coach your team.
I know it's tournament time, and it's probably hard to reflect on these types of things, but you just said that you leaned on these guys for a long time. It's not traditionally, now at least, for these guys to stay at the schools. And you've been around Greg, Ali, Enrique, your seniors for a long time. Just how important is that to team culture in college basketball these days, and how much can that propel you in a situation like this?
Well, it's huge, right? It's a different environment we're in now. I think we all know that. That's what you're alluding to, whether it's transfer portal, NIL. There's so many things that are different from when I started. And it's very rare to have guys like Ali's been with us 4 of the last 5, Dawson 5, Freeman 5, Tribble 5. Like, it's just unique.
Yeah.
It really is. We said we were going to enjoy the group when we got together at our preseason culture meeting. We go through different things, goals, all the different things that we want to accomplish as a group. And I think for the most part they've done that. It's every year's so different, and you just got to run your race. I mean, did we think that Ali was going to be out the first 8 games? No. We think Nate Johnson was going to miss 11 games? No. Sammy missed a game against Central, and then GT missed a game against Kent. That's not like the season starts. Hey, that's what we hope that happens. Every team has stories like that. You have to run your race, the one that's in front of you, and it's very unique to each team. So there's going to be ups, there's downs, there's going to be curveballs and change-ups, and you just got to be able to deal with it. When you do have an experienced group, it certainly helps. And these guys they care about each other first and foremost. I mean, they love each other. So, like I said, I knew that they would respond.
That's all the time we got. Sorry, we'll cut it off here. And he's a